10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Dire team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah.
Radiant team ban. Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Invoker.
Radiant team pick.
Elder Titan.
Dire team pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Dragon Knight.
Radiant team ban.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back into the Dota 2 Canada Cup Season 7. We are here in the playoffs, our first round, first matchup in the upper bracket. It is, of course, FDL, Friendship, Dedication, and Love versus Digital Chaos, the mostly European squad who are making it to the Manila Major through the qualifiers. FDL, the open qualifier winners coming out, of course, I think both in this tournament as well as in the Manila Major qualifiers. So, very strong team. The last time these two played each other, it was a 50-minute two-game series where Digital Chaos ran over CC and C in the mid lane with the Lone Druid played by Weeha. Digital Chaos did not look back since that point on and proceeded to win every single series and only dropping 2 games and 1 series to, of course, Shazam on the road to victory in the middle of major grand finals for the qualifiers, of course. We are jumping into the draft today. I am alone. My name is Mont, and yeah, I know some of you are like, oh, Mont's a little bit boring when he's by himself, but I'll try to liven up the cast as much as possible and make it so that you guys enjoy yourselves and aren't just like, Failfish, this sucks, Mont's terrible, get him off, blah, 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 but I am not 100% alone. I do have Latrodectus on the stats with me. Our great, gracious stats lady is here to help us out, so should be some good stuff as we jump into the draft and underway. Of course, Digital Chaos, well, they'll be banning out a couple of really important heroes, Bounty Hunter, as well as Enchantress, Gyrocopter, and Vengeful Spirit. They're taking a page out of Shazam's and pretty much everybody else's book and picking up the Elder Titan and the Invoker, the Mr. Stapler or Briefcase Man or whatever the frick you want to call it, a baby rattle, whatever he has in his frickin' hand. That's what he's got going on this time around, and we'll see how things turn out. DK and Doom are going to be the choices coming out for FDL, and we'll see how things turn out for them. So far, so good. Nothing too crazy. You look at the stats and the odds for this game. In fact, let's go ahead and check them on our friendly Dota 2 Lounge website. The odds currently are 97% to 3% in favor of Digital Chaos. That is the worst odds I've ever seen for a team in a Dota 2 tournament. That's awful. That has to be the worst odds I've ever seen in my life. So that's great. Still, we'll see how things do turn out, though. FDL's not a bad team by any stretch. I think a lot of people gave them a lot of flack. They played sort of poorly. They made a lot of wrong decisions in their play when it came down to the qualifiers, for sure. They definitely didn't play the best. They could have played a lot better, but it's not the worst thing in the world.
Remaining. Reserve time.
And we'll have our last pickup here in the first round coming out for Friendship, Dedication, and Love. 1 minute and 6 seconds left of reserve time for them. Digital Chaos will pick up the Bat Rider. So, I mean, listen. If you were to ask me what chances FDL have, I wouldn't say 3%, but still, I would not give them great chances against Digital Chaos. DC looking pretty freaking good, especially in their 2 games yesterday. This is the only best of 3 we have going on today, so don't worry, you only have to deal with me for 3 games at most. And I might even have a co-caster the next one. Someone will probably come to me on Twitter and be like, where's your co-caster? And I'll be like, I don't have one today, so sorry. But the quicker this gets done, the faster I can get to Dark Souls 3. That's my new hobby, guys. I'm going to be a professional Dark Souls 3 caster at some point. Yeah, right. Maybe I'll speedrun it. I don't know. Great game, though. Much better than Dota as for right now. Dota's miserable for me. Dark Souls, I can only disappoint myself. I can't disappoint anybody else. That's great. Anyways. Waiting on the last couple of picks here. Witch Doctor for FDL, so good physical damage coming out. Plenty of armor from the DK. Doom can pick up some armor auras if he wants to. Good sort of roaming deal with Doom and Witch Doctor. It's not the best. Witch Doctor's good at I guess getting that initial stun off, but the cast has to bounce in order for it to be effective enough to get the kill. And Doom comes in with the Infernal Blade. It doesn't matter, that person's usually dead anyways, because Infernal Blade's pretty damn good. Let's see how things turn out there. FDL, 23 seconds left to reserve time for their last pickup. What will they grab? I don't know, and I can't tell you. They certainly could use their offlaner / safe laner, unless they want to put Doom offlane, which I'm not a huge fan of. But Digital Chaos, the Dazzle Elder Titan support duo is not really particularly great at roaming. It's very defensive. Elder Titan is kind of okay with Stomp, but it's tough to hit. FDL will go with the Axe, though, and they're going to try to find some initiation. They picked Axe against DC the last time they played. It didn't go very well, but we'll see if things do change. That was a 20-minute game where they picked up an anti-mage for Digital Chaos. They still lost, or FDL still lost with the Axe early on in the game. I mean, yeah, like a blade mail, that was it. It was not a great start for FDL, and we'll see if Beast is going to play it or if it's going to be put in the offlane or 4 position. MGW, this is one of his heroes. I know for sure that he's played it multiple times, at least in the past couple of patches, not recently, though. Digital Chaos, they have plenty of reserve time to think about what they want to grab. They have a really good idea of what they want to do. They have the Weehaw Invoker, the offlane Bat Rider for probably Moo, I think, and Moo just has the biggest goddamn hero pool on the face of the planet. Let's face it. If you watch Moo stream, he'll pick anything. He will pick anything to win. Moo is a great streamer. He's a bit of a memer. He's a little bit of a weeb, which I know some of you guys are like, oh god, he's a weeb. Can't support him anymore. And other guys are kind of like, yeah, he's one of us, cool. I want to talk about, like, how there's a difference between, like, everyone uses the term weeaboo, I think, and weeaboos are a lot different than people that just enjoy anime. Weeaboos out there body pillows, you know, figurines. That's a weeaboo. That is not what most of us are. Most anime watchers just like to watch anime from time to time. Is that so bad? Is that so harmful? Everybody I like talk to, like Grant and Slacks, when we were at the hub, they're like, "Yeah, you might as well just kill yourself." And I'm like, "That's nice. That's nice of you to say." So I enjoy watching Japanese cartoons, so I might as well kill myself. That's what you're implying.
10 seconds remaining.
I could take solace in the fact that some of my favorite pro players, like MSS and Moo, are
5
anime
seconds
watchers, which
remaining.
makes me happy. Some of my favorite NA pro players, anyway. Not to mention EU. EU has plenty of quote-unquote weebs out there. I'm all for this tangent, but it's very important because I feel like we get a bad rap. Anime watchers get a bad rap. You know, there's some good shows out there. Sure, there's a lot of shit. You know, I know RTZ's currently into Kuroko no Basket or Kuroko's Basketball, which is like, if you applied Dragon Ball Z to a basketball show, that would be what it is. It's kind of ridiculous. It's not a very good show. I enjoyed watching it, but it's not a particularly, you know, correct show. So even your beloved RTZ enjoys anime from time to time. FDL will go the route of DC last time they played, and they'll pick up the anti-mage here. See if they go for the early Vanguard, pick up for the anti-mage so we can fight a bit early on. Doesn't have obviously that much right click because of it, but I forgot to record. Yay! Okay, I guess we're missing out on the draft when I upload this. That's fine. Either way. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Dota 2 Canada Cup Season 7 playoffs. I almost said group stages. We are here in the upper bracket, our first round between FDL and Digital Chaos. Winner will move on and play up against a team that is also in the upper bracket. Plenty of. Well, 2 more, in fact. Let's check out what the bracket looks like for right now. I'll let you guys know. I don't have a... that's the one graphic I am missing that I wish we had for Canada Cup, and we never have it, is a bracket. That's probably on me. I could probably make a bracket just fine. And anyway. Upper bracket teams. Freedom, Evernova is one matchup. We have yet to decide on when that's going to... Or Evernova S, I guess you could call it Views 6. Freedom versus Views 6 is one matchup. Then Dragneel versus Evernova. And then, of course, the last one, Complexity versus Shazam, which is probably the best series of the upper bracket ones to start out. I think FDL versus DC is pretty damn good too, but we'll see how things do turn out. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into, of course, the game. I am now done on my anime tangent. No more talk of the weebs. We'll jump into the game momentarily. Hopefully I haven't upset my stats lady too much talking about anime. It's something that I really... It's really important to me, guys. Okay. I'm losing it a little. This is what happens when you don't have a co-caster.
10 seconds remaining.
Don't fret, though. It makes it for a more interesting cast, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have that quick witness of Zyclops, his humor, nor do I have his accent. We are going to jump into the game, however. Hopefully my casting exec is still on, and it is lagging. That is because I'm using... That is up there, so turn that off, and boom. Let's turn a couple of these things off. Turn that off, turn that off, turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. That's fine. So everybody, a quick pause to start things off. I guess because there's nobody here and I'm a solo caster, I'll go ahead and introduce the teams real quick. Because a lot of you probably don't know who FDL are. FDL have been a team that's been around for a while. Their name, Friendship, Dedication, and Love, is not any real bullshit meme type thing. They actually are friends with each other. Stan King has gotten his start playing in Pro Dota back at the CSL level, of course, Collegiate Star League. Playing on, I think it was the University of Toronto squad, or that, or Berkeley. I can't remember off the top of my head. I should ask him. I know he did play for one of those squads. He was very good, and that was the first time I was ever able to catch him in cast, which was about 2 years ago. MJW, he's playing at the Doom. Mikey J. White has been playing for a multitude of teams. He's one of the best anti-mage players in pub scene. He's done a pretty good job for himself over the past couple of months playing for this squad of FDL, and he seems to have given himself a chance to play for other pro teams. CCNC, the 15-year-old prodigy mid laner, one of the most mannered players out there. And, well, it's an exciting career for him to see how he progresses. Franz, he's played really well in the support position coming out for FTL. He did a really good job playing Phoenix the other day in the qualifiers. Very impressive stuff from him. It was also in Canada Cup when that happened, too. Okay. All right. Yeah, I can see the TeamSpeak. They're just chilling now. I thought they were actually going to come into our channel. That actually would be pretty funny. Moo's just they all just joined our team speak. Moo, how are you, bud? What's up, dude? No, don't leave me. Come on. Oh. Just like that, I got owned. On the other side for Digital Chaos, you know who they are. Weehaw, Invoker, secret major winner at the Shanghai Major. Misery, the second of the two major winners. Looks like they got it fixed. I don't know what happened. They all left. Zaxa, support play recently has been amazing. Top tier Dota stuff coming out. Resolution on the Lifestealer. Don't need to talk about him and Moo. Obviously one of the best offlane players in the world. He was going to be one of the best offlane players in the world anyway, is what I mean. And we're into the game. See, it didn't take that long. You guys had to deal with a couple of rants about anime and Moo coming in and saying hi, and that was it. He just comes in and says hey and then says bye. That's nice, but thanks for stopping by, dude. I'm not lonely or anything. Weehaw and Misery joining hands as they head towards the top rune spot. God, there's a console command for Dota minimap heroes, like size scaling. False. Yeah, we did it, finally. It doesn't scale anymore, thank God. It was bothering the heck out of me for the past couple of days. Not sure why that was on. Either way. Although it is a bit big. Go ahead and change the size of this thing. Let's just go to 99%. My apologies for having to do this right now. See if it scales again. It'd be annoying. Board's placed down. One placed by the dire side. They got this down pretty early. FDL, I think, had to TP in and rotate somebody pretty quickly. CC and C, he's going to have to see that this ward is here, and he'll have to deal with that pretty early on. Another aggressive ward. Defensively ward placed by FDL. Which one of these was spotted first? Probably this one was spotted, because this one was placed down pretty early on, so they know that there's a ward up there, I imagine. And then another aggressive ward coming up, this time for the Radiant side of Digital Chaos. The map sizes are a little too small, almost, I feel like. Sox is going to rotate up. Vision, Franz is going to see this. He's got the counter helix. The 4-position axe and the jungle with the Iron Talon should be pretty good. It's way too small.
I can't let you have that.
Let's do 800. Nope, that's not a size. That's better. That's what I want. Sorry for fixing everything early on. Sox are going ahead and leeching experience already. Ron's making sure he's trying to not give any of the experience away to Sox. I think he knows that he's there. I would imagine so. Soxa? Oh, he gets one. He gets the small one, the Sender Courser. Does a nice job there with his Astral. Franz is going to go ahead and just be annoyed that he misses out on some CS and has to leech experience away too. But this is going to be what's happening. You're going to see Soxa rotating around. This is what Soxa always does. He rotates early. He's aggressive. He looks for courier snipes on whatever hero he's playing. And he's trying to go to town on, of course, Franz, who's not going to have a free lunch, so to speak, to use a cliche. Meanwhile, mid lane, CCNC is doing really well. 7 last hits to 2 for Weehaws. Forced to go Quas Exhort. Maybe wanted to go Quas Wex. Is not having a great time. CCNC, of course, having a Coiling Blade helps. Later on down the road, Weehaw will have a better opportunity to get last hits with his Aquila, maybe with some phase or not, just into the drum. Not sure if the drum's the build anymore after the changes to it.
'Tis non-cupatory.
Sand King's just going to be pulling and helping out the AM to try to get free farm. 9 last hits for him, but down bottom 12 for the Lifestealer, as Resolution has a free farm lane, as we've seen this before. Saw it yesterday, actually. MJW will get poison touched up. The slow will be annoying. Misery only has level 1, but here comes Sox. They can Shadow Wave and try to heal and do some damage here, but they're just going to leave him alone. He'll pull the creep back, at least 2 of them. Or not. That actually sucks. He almost got them back towards his tower, but I guess the aggro just stopped. Moon, meanwhile, will fire up in the top lane and just go and take down this entire creep wave and a half. There's a lot of experience and gold going his way. He's going to get to 600 and probably pick up his Tranquils or Bowler or something. He's going to pop a Clarity. Yeah, they're all dying to the Firefly. What a play. Moves every single one of those last hits. That's amazing. Meanwhile, Franz heading back into the jungle with 4 last hits. Sox is not anywhere nearby to help annoy him. He's going to stack up, it looks like, and with an Iron Talon, he'll be able to take this down pretty quickly. Not to mention the fact that counter helix is pure, which is great. Iron Talon, stack it up. He might block this camp. He actually sentryed this just to make sure it wasn't blocked. I think Soxa blocked the last camp, but here comes Moo. So if it's not Soxa, it's Moo coming in. In fact, it's both of them now, and Franz is getting pushed out. They know that there's a stack here. They can take this. He's going to sticky napalm this, and so now Stan King has to rotate over and say, listen, get the hell out of my jungle. This is for my axe. Invoker caught back up a little bit. He's 11 last hits right now to the 19 of the DK. Battle Hunger going on to, I think, Soxa, or at least he used the animation or something. I don't know what happened there. He used it. Didn't really do it. I think what happened was Soxa got a last hit with the Astral, and the Battle Hunger did literally nothing. Franz looking to get to level 3 and try to get that second point in counter helix. Astral coming through just being a nuisance as Soxa continues to roam around and get level 2. What does this mean for everyone else? Well, the Lifestealer is getting free farm because the Doom is not really helping. He's not going against the Lifestealer down bottom, which is fine. Offlane-wise, he's getting a little bit less than Moo in terms of CS, in terms of experience. He's a little bit behind, but MJW will be able to catch up later. CC is having a really good mid lane. He'll even pick up a bounty rune for himself. But Weeha's doing not a terrible job. He's got his boots now. His Aquila is done. He's got a Fairy Fire plus a stick. Soxa picks up a double damage rune, and Franz does take this stack, but he does not get his full Tranquils just yet. So the 4-position axe is not doing that great. Beasta now with 6 stacks on him, 5 stacks. He's maybe going to have to use his magic stick. He has his self. He'll pop it off. Rotating mid, Soxa's going to come in, maybe looking for a stomp. CC in trouble. He's going to get hit up with it. The Sunstrike will go. This might be your first blood. The Cold Snap, he's tanky. He's not taking it up. He's got a salve. He's going to be able to make it out alive, it looks like. Last hit from the Forge Spirit won't do enough. It'll be able to salve momentarily. I think he wants to try to cancel it, but he'll be able to get it off in time. So, good gank, but again, just too tanky. Even with Forge Spirit armor reduction, CC with 2 points of Dragon's Blood is very tanky. He, of course, has to forego that 3rd point to breathe fire, but I don't think he gives a damn as long as he lives. So CC will avoid the gank narrowly. Miss out on a couple of creeps in the process, but he's fine. He's got level 2 breathe fire. Again, Moo being just aggressive, threatening, menacing, whatever term you want to use. Down bottom, Doom in trouble. MGW trying to keep you out. Sunstrike, and Resolution's last right click will get him the first blood. Not only does he have the highest CS in the game, and we saw this yesterday, and I think FDL are not really giving Resolution the respect. Not only does he have the highest CS, he now is top in net worth after that kill. Not great for FDL. That's a not great start for them, at least losing that kill. MJW going down, trying to keep out. It's a good play. The Sunstrike came out right on time. And Digital Chaos going back to work on this tier 1 tower down bottom. With nobody rotating in, CC is maybe setting up for defense, but he's got a 6-minute rune he has to look after. He gets his treads from the courier. MGW comes in. He's level 4, moves I think probably 5, almost 6 at this point. So offlaning not going super well for MGW. They'll lose their tier 1 tower. In the meantime, Beasta not able to push his. He's got 36 last hits, and he looks like he's going to be at least picking up the Ring of Health. Maybe for the Vanguard early, and then get the treads, then get the Battle Fury. We'll see. Franz's Tranquil's finally done, but he's only level 3. This is a problem. Their supports are very underleveled from the side of FDL. They're losing a lot here. He might actually die. He needs a salve or something. He might deny himself. He doesn't have enough to... that's sketchy. He'll get the kill on the Darkshell Summoner. They do have the center core, the cloak aura from the Hellbear, and he will get the kill, but Bronze is just not having the best time, honestly. And it comes down to Soxa being in his jungle, and Soxa knows that there was a stack here, and he'll try to clean it up. Stomp's gonna go. Does some nice damage. It's level 2 Stomp, so the damage is actually 110. You used to see the Stomp never really get leveled up, and now it's the Rage. It's all the Rage, in fact. All what the kids are doing. Now Elder Dragon form, CC going with the Dragon Tail, looking for some right clicks. He's got a stick charge, 2 of them in fact. Breathe Fire will not get the kill. Cask's gonna come through on Weehaw. They don't have the Dragon Tail though for a second. There's the Astral Spirit just to zone out CC, so he pops his Elder Dragon form and doesn't really get much accomplished other than farming. He might still go for the Stomp. They're waiting for it. He backs up, so that's not gonna be there. Plenty of farm top for the Dazzle as he's going to finally go to work, and it looks like Moo will be in the jungle taking up some farm for himself to get that Blink Dagger. Armlet done at 7 minutes and 30 seconds for Resolution. Still top of the net worth. The Invoker second now as his Midas is going to be completed here pretty soon. CC trying to stop this from happening by killing him or doing something, but now there's a lot of heroes mid. A Cold Snap could have set things off with an Astral into a Stomp to go even further for a Sunstrike, but they're going to just try to go for it. And they barely catch the tail end of him, but he's pretty far away, and they won't follow through with it. I thought they might have, but too close to his hill, and I don't think they wanted to try to fight him up on the high ground. Vanguard's done for Bisa now, and this is the build for anti-mages now. All of a sudden, you get boots into Vanguard and see how it goes from there. Bronze will go ahead and finally get his Tranquils level 4, get a couple more stacks. Net worth-wise, FDL are doing a little bit better in terms of their supports. Obviously, DC has the advantage here, but you can see that FDL a little bit later on down the road, they will have late game. They'll have good late game too. So it comes down to, can DC apply pressure accurately off the map? Oh boy. Good call. Almost getting lassoed. Franz gets his call as soon as Moo walks up, but he's still probably dead, I think. They need some TP rotations. Anti-Mage is going to come through, and now Stan King Cask's going to go. There's the Sunstrike. It's not going to go as Franz turns his back and looking for this initiation. Good weave. I don't think you chase this any further. They do have Mana Void. No mana for a Grave, and he doesn't even have it, so Bisa will continue to chase him down. Mana Void damage is going to be not enough to kill him. Not yet, anyway. They need one more right click. Oh, he gets fogged up, and they pop the mango, and they can't go any further. Ooh, stays alive. It jukes through the trees just enough to keep himself up and fighting fit. But now, in best, I think, not even being used. The Rage, the Open Wounds going CC in trouble, but here comes MJW. He's got Doom up and ready. They have a couple more heroes in the vicinity. Stan King a little bit low on mana, but he did have Voodoo Restoration and Cask at the ready. Top lane, Moo, about to get mana voided. Sticks up. Bisa going to town. There's the kill. Finally gets it done. Bisa gets himself enough money to get up to the treads now. That is a huge pickup for the Anti-Mage. Puts him into second in net worth. That kill for Moo. A bit uncharacteristic of him. He got a bit greedy. CCNC uses the Dragon Tail. He's got enough mana for Elder Dragon Form, but he's getting hit. He has also a double damage rune. So if he was able to bottle up and use his Elder Dragon Form, he can go into Weehaw with a Dragon Tail, but he decided against it. That'll be the end of that. Dazzle picks up treads of his own, which is interesting. It's not something you see every day, but he's going to come in and heal Weehaw. And no Arcane, sadly. That sounded like a smoke, but I don't think it was. Resolution coming in from the backside. Vision is going to be spotted by the tower. They know that he's there. And so CC has to back up and get his armlet in some other fashion as the push now commences mid. Could try to fight this with a double damage rune. They're going to jump in. The Spirit's going to come through. It's going to just barely hit on CC, but they'd have to die for this again. The Astral just zoning things out. Invis rune for Stan King getting set up. He doesn't have his ultimate. He's got a good cast though. They're going to zoom out into Resolution. There's the stun. He's in trouble. The Infernal Blade. Do they have the damage? All will go. The Breathe Fire will finish him off momentarily to get everyone involved for that kill. Stop. On to 3 to cover the retreat for Digital Chaos. Still a great initiation. That Doom coming in just at the beginning there by MJW. Great fight. Did they lose the tower? Yes. Did they deny it? No. Weehaw gets it done with his Forge Spirits. Great initiation. Great fight coming through. And that actually gives a decent amount of gold to the Anti-Mage, and especially because the Resolution Lifestealer goes down, so his tread's done. His Battle Fury's not been started yet, but it's gotta be. He's got his Vanguard already. He's got Spell Shield, so the magic damage from Moo is not really doing that much. He's just getting good farm. CS-wise, he's got 74. He's behind the Lifestealer. Resolution is going to have to do some serious work. I feel like this draft is very early game oriented for DC, and they're not getting as much done as they would like. Weehaw does have the Mighty Seed. He's about to get the drum as well, and that's the big difference maker. Axe is FDL's most played hero with 11 competitive matches. 8 of those matches featured Franz in the jungle with 5 wins and 3 losses. So they're very well versed in this pickup, and he actually has enough for his Blank Dagger and 20 gold. That's the same time the offlane Bat Rider for Moo gets his. All of a sudden, FDL are in a very good position. Sure, there's not a net worth advantage for them, but they are keeping it close and even for a team that should not be having this much success early on. They're doing really well. CCNC just needs his Helm of the Iron Will to pick up his armlet. Things get a bit different once that happens. Ladies and gentlemen, DC actually might be in some trouble here. Oh, no major qualifying team. Do they lose the first game to FDL? Is it a possibility even? The Europeans going against the Americans. Storyline long since continued. Dan King, Invis rune, or no, it's okay. Actually, there's an Observer Ward. It's not going to scout him out yet. Moo, infested. They should have seen him walk over. He's going to look for Franz. He's going to find it. Blank Lasso's going to go the invest out. Franz in trouble. Zooms up under resolution. Call goes, but it's too late for the party. Earth Splitter, that should clean him up. The flame break back in, and Franz will be the first to fall, but they're chasing after Rezo. Can't bring him down just yet. Good death ward. Nothing else happening over there. They have Mana Void, good Shadow Wave. They have no Grave up for Misery still. They're going to turn their attention to Soxa. It's going to be a 1-for-0 exchange. Finally, the Lifestealer will stay alive. He's got his armlet. He toggled it off at the end there. Good stomp. Soxa might actually live. Blink forward. I don't think so. Last right click will go for Issa. It'll be 1-for-1 exchange. Franz, the support, gets caught up for Soxa, the support, but probably more huge, I think, for Digital Cast, considering that Franz is a bit more worth in terms of net worth itself. But MJW sitting on currently 1,300 gold. His Midas is going to be coming out here pretty soon once that happens. Meanwhile, jumping Blink Call. Couple of counter Helix procs. Cold Snap going. Franz in a lot of trouble, taking too much hits. He'll fall. Weehaw just gets a solo kill. He props his drum charge. He gets the armor reduction from the Sport Spirits, and Franz is like, what have I gotten myself into? And he dies instantly. Circus Call only helped him for a second. He had nobody to follow up with him. That was an awkward, if not dumb, play. It's silly for Franz to make that decision.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Weehaw will go to work right on this tower. Pop the drum charge, the Fort Spirits. This thing is falling quickly. No glyph available. TP coming in. That'll be from CCNC. He'll try to deny this. It's not going to be easy. The Alacrity will go. Elder Dragon form. Looking to stun Weehaw. Cold Snap's going to come out. They should focus on the tower. CC can't quite chase him down for the Dragon Tail. They're going to clean up this deny of the tower, so they will keep Weehaw alive. Uh-oh. Ghostwall comes through. Breathe fire. CC might be in trouble. They're setting up for a kill. Everyone's up here. CC needs to toggle that armlet again. There's the Alacrity coming out. Open wounds and infest, rather, Rage going to town. It's an easy pickup as DC rotate everybody. They're going to find more Blink Lasso. Beast is going to blink out. Misses the Earth Splitter. No silence there to stop them from moving away. Looking to counter-initiate. Franz is the tree line, but they have good vision on the Radiant side. They'll drop the ward down. They'll see DC and the rest of the crew. Sentry's just out of range of this high ground vision ward. And that should be the end of the engagement. Still waiting for more, though. Sox has been scouted. He's baiting. Misses the call. Now there's the cast. They'll jump in, and Soxa might get left behind. They get the call off. They get the chop down.
You get nothing. Good day, sir.
Franz and Axe channeling his inner Gene Wilder. Pick up that kill and shout the line at the end. That oh so famous line. DK now 100 gold. He's picked up nothing, really. He's got his treads and an armlet. He's not had any progression since picking those items up. And this is the problem with the Dragon Knight. You die a couple of times, you start lacking on farm. You have good capabilities to farm with Breathe Fire, as well as your splash damage from your Elder Dragon form, which he's not even level 12 or 11 yet. So he has some work to do, I think, for CCNC, and he knows this. A lot of pressure being applied right now, and despite DC having a very early game-oriented lineup, they're kind of hitting their timings. Do they need to kill Beast? Absolutely. Beast is yet to die. He's 2-0-2. He's going to be the main factor later on in this game. He's almost got his Battle Fury. He'll probably buy the Broadsword or Claymore. One of the two right now. Smoke of the Sea coming out for MJW and the rest of the FDL squad. Scan's going to come in. That's on their side. No, it's DC's scan to look and see if their jungle's being invaded, and they think it's safe currently. CCNC almost walks through it. The Dire scan goes a little bit further into the jungle here. Won't find anything either. Let's see if the smoke can actually accomplish anything. Astral's going to be giving some vision, not going to get to Rosh in time. DC walking together, they're going to smoke up, and we're going to see a pretty big fight here if FDL decides to continue. They're underneath an Observer Ward. This is bad. FDL need to leave. They're going to get caught by a Blink Lasso. It's going to be MJW. He's going to get left behind, it looks like. They're probably going to look for more at this point. And Stanky needs to probably just TP out immediately, but if he does, he's going to get stomped up, and he knows this. The Astral's chasing him down, and he should be okay. The smoke from FDL does not pay dividends, sadly. Now what are you going to do? And this is going to provide DC to Rosh. Look how quick this falls with Forge Spirits. Drum Charge, Weave comes out to help DC. Resolution comes in, his SNY is almost done. I think you can contest this with a blink into a call, and they should know something's happening. Dan King's nearby, he's got the courier coming over to get vision. They're not there quickly enough, sadly. Death Ward goes into the pit. It's going to do some damage, but it's not going to be enough. They'll pick up the Aegis. Stomp onto CCNC. The Earth Splitter will go as well. He's in trouble. I'll have to pop that armlet up, and he will. And Resolution rages, and now CC gets himself caught in the river and instantly dies just by being at a bad spot with Cold Snap. Boy, does he need a BKB. FDL making some pretty big mistakes. First, losing MJW in the tree line there in the jungle by staying too long. Then not being able to get with the axe and blink call in time. He was, I don't know, farming or something. Franz just wasn't there, ready to go. It's a bad play from FDL to not be able to contest that Roshan and give it up, and they did die. Lose heat hero in the process. And so DC has everything they need to start pushing this tier 2 tower and finish this off. Bisa will have his Battle Fury, but is it going to be enough? You need more than just a Battle Fury and able to be the fight. I mean, he has the Vanguard, obviously, which is pretty big, and I think timing-wise, he's right where he needs to be, but problem is they're losing this tier 2 tower now. Glyph not available, will not refresh. It's a tier 2 tower, so tier 3 is open and ready to go. They're going to infest, they're going to TP bottom, they're looking for an initiation. It's going to be on MJW, he's going to pop the score shirt. Stomp's not going to hit, he'll make it out, but they have more coming. Weehaw doesn't have a blink dagger, but he has tornado to go with if he wants to try for something, although it's a bit of a short tornado. And that'll be that. Battle Fury for the anti-mage. He's doing pretty well. He needs more, though. He needs that Yasha. Vlad's maybe even. And DC will continue to go and try to take down all these tier 2 towers. Just give as much room for Bisa as you possibly can if you're FDL, and they're doing a good job of it. But here we go. Tier 2 tower bottom, not going to be defended. Glyph's not available for FDL, and I don't think they really want to defend at this point. They've only taken one tier. They've not taken any of DC's towers at this point. So there is a 7,500 net worth advantage for DC. A lot of that saved up in tier 1 towers. Midas will go. They'll start to push up into the high ground. And Digital Chaos looking to end this game right now at the 20-minute mark. They know that their timing is now, and they're looking for it. The blink blaster, Stan King's going to get caught up in the first to die. Is no buyback. Jump. Call misses on everybody. And now Franz getting destroyed by Resolution. The Doom will come out. There's a good mana void into Weehaw, but he's got the Aegis. And FDL are getting overrun. They might have to buy back on Franz unless they lose a set of racks here, and it looks like that's going to be the case. They could look for Bisa to jump in, and that Aegis still being there is a big critical issue for FDL to chew through. A buyback coming up from Franz. Rack still in trouble. No Glyph available. There's no Doom up for it. And Misery's healed just about everybody. Weehaw is going to get called. Franz is about to die back. Mana Void, it's not there. Weehaw will keep his Aegis for now. Hooks up the cold snap. MJW in trouble. Good Death Ward. Moon's in trouble. Good cast as well. Stankin doing a great job. It's just not enough damage at this point. Aegis is back up and ready to go. Weehaw ready to fight now. He's full health. They're going to get a full set of racks out of this. DC hit the timing perfectly, and FDL have nothing they can do about it. They even die back on the axe, and it's just not a great play. It's too squishy at this point. They just do too much damage to the Lifestealer, the Elder Titan with Natural Order. They chew through just about everything, and now they get the Aghanim Scepter for the Invoker as well. Weehaw having a pretty standard game as far as he's concerned. This is not shocking that he's been playing this well. Looked really bad, actually, for DC early on, but you miss up in 1 or 2 fights if you're FDL, and all of a sudden the game's pretty much just over. It's not over yet, but Antimate's going to have to do some serious heavy lifting here. Or we won't be able to find him. He could have ghost walked anyways. Is this a smoke? It is. This is a game-winning smoke if you kill Bisa. He has no buyback at this point as Yasha is currently coming out. Top lane, they're setting up for a kill on Resolution. Little do they know it's bait. Bronze is in the tree line. He's about to get scouted. Smoke does not break. They move so close to him. Soxa now. He'll get spotted. They should have pinged this out. They know that everyone is there. Beast is going to get last, but he cannot afford to die. Boy, he dies quickly. Stop comes out. That Natural Order literally evaporates the anti-mage. Not to mention they get a nice little pick up on the Stan King. And like I said, no buyback for the AM. And that should be the beginning of the end. It is GG called. FDL going down 1-0 in this best of 3 series. It was looking pretty good, but they just took 1 or 2 fights that really weren't that great. I don't know what happened, but it wasn't particularly good. It wasn't that great. They just messed up on a couple of fights and didn't go their way. So it's been unfortunate. FDL still have game 2 to get back into the series and get to that 3rd game. DC, however, looking strong as everyone considered. They are the probably favorites for this entire tournament. And it's going to be tough, I think, for FDL to bring it back in game number 2, but we'll see if they can do so. Maybe not with that axe pick or something.